The Lakers weren't supposed to be winning these games. They've had no LeBron most of the season, Luka missing big chunks, and even Austin Reeves sat out a game. Yet somehow they're 6-2 with the second most wins already. How is this happening? Are the Lakers actually legit or just hot right now? When Luka went down, people panicked. How would they survive without him or LeBron? But Austin Reeves changed the narrative fast. On the road in Sacramento as the team's new #1 option, he dropped 51 points, 11 boards, 9 assists, 2 steals on 54% shooting, 21 of 22 from the line. He didn't just score, he ran the show, using pick and rolls, pulling up off the dribble, attacking mismatches, finding cutters, and forcing his way to the line. He destroyed the Kings' defense and carried the Lakers to a win nobody expected. That night flipped the season's tone. What looked like dark days suddenly became, wait, this team might actually be really good. Reeves proved the Lakers can survive without stars and still play high-level basketball. And he didn't stop there. After that 51-point game, he went to Portland and dropped 41 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals on 59% shooting. The Lakers lost, turnovers killed them, 3-point shooting was pathetic, and they got beaten on the glass. But Reeves kept showing he wasn't just having a hot night. He was putting together a stretch that demands attention. Still, questions remained. Can the Lakers win another game without Luka and LeBron? Then came Minnesota on national TV. No LeBron, no Luka. Anthony Edwards out for the Timberwolves. A perfect test for the supporting cast. Again, Austin Reeves stole the show, 28 points, not his most efficient at 37% shooting, but 16 assists and only 3 turnovers. He shredded one of the better defensive teams in the league. Reeves ran the Minnesota game perfectly, manipulating rotations, finding open shooters, and controlling tempo. Even when Minnesota made a late push and retook the lead, Reeves hit the dagger floater over Rudy Gobert at the buzzer to seal the win. That moment cemented him as more than a secondary or third option. He's a guy the Lakers can fully trust to run the team. He kept them afloat at 2-1 without LeBron and Luka, which made the team feel even more dangerous once fully healthy. Austin Reeves is now averaging 31.1 points, 5.1 rebounds, 9.3 assists, and 1.4 steals on 57% effective shooting, showing a massive leap this season. Then Luka returned, and instead of disrupting the rhythm, the team looked even smoother than I expected rust, but Luka dropped 44 points, 12 boards, and 6 assists on 52% shooting, instantly reminding everyone who he is. He now holds the 3rd most consecutive 40-point games to start a season in NBA history, only behind Wilt Chamberlain. Luka leads the league in points per 100 possessions, at 136.7, making him the most efficient scorer in the NBA. Through 4 games, he's averaging 41.3 points, 11.5 rebounds, 8.3 assists, and 1.3 steals on 67% true shooting, while also ranking first in free throw attempts at 9.8 per game. His conditioning lets him absorb contact and finish inside, making him nearly unstoppable. But the story isn't just Luka. The Lakers are balanced around him. Marcus Smart returned, setting a defensive tone, diving, fouling, taking charges, and barking switches. Jackson Hayes has been a legit rim protector, altering shots and showing big improvement. Jake LaRavia quietly delivers every night, hitting open threes, defending multiple positions, keeping ball movement, and doing the little things. The most impressive part: the Lakers didn't need Luka to carry them. He just plugged into what was already working and elevated it. This is what great teams do. It's not just a lucky streak anymore. The Lakers are finding a formula that looks sustainable. But the real test came against the Blazers, the same team that beat them, on the second night of a back-to-back. I saw news that Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves were sitting out and thought the Lakers would throw in the towel, but they didn't. Somehow they won again. DeAndre Ayton, who Portland waived this offseason, went off with 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks on 14 of 19. Shooting. Rui Hachimura added 28 points on 10 of 15, giving steady mid-range scoring. He's averaging 16.9 points, 45% from 3, and 68% from the floor this season. Then came the surprises. Nick Smith Jr. and Bronny James stepped up. Nick scored 25 points in 27 minutes on 67% shooting, 5 of 6 from deep, with 2 steals. He looked like a weapon, not filler. This might have saved his NBA career. Bronny had his best NBA game ever, 6 assists, 0 turnovers, making smart, decisive reads and looking fully in control. The craziest part? It didn't feel fluky. The Lakers looked like the better team despite missing their three best players. JJ Redick's system has everyone on a string. Everyone knows their role and it all clicks. First 8 games, more injuries than anyone, still 6-2, third in the West, playing great basketball. And they haven't even seen LeBron yet. They've had ugly stretches with stalled offense, rebounding issues, and sloppy turnovers, but still found ways to win. Once LeBron returns with his IQ, the margins this team can dominate will be insane. Right now, the Lakers rank 25th in the NBA in turnovers per game at 17.1, which is just awful. They're also 24th in rebounds a night at 41. And those are the small details that often decide games at this level. But the guy who's built his entire career around dominating both those areas is LeBron James. He's arguably still the team's best playmaker. And when you've got him and Luka Doncic, 2 of probably the top 5 playmakers in the whole league, it almost doesn't matter who's better. They complement each other perfectly, so getting LeBron back will almost certainly clean up some of those turnovers, steady the offense, and give them a much wider margin for error. Then even in year 22, LeBron still averaged nearly 8 rebounds a game last season, so that will instantly help them in the rebounding game as well. Having LeBron and Luka alternate running the offense is going to be brutal for opponents to deal with. One's cooking while the other rests. Then they tag back in together to close out the game. And the scariest part about all of this is how those two really started to figure out how to play together towards the back half of last season. But maybe the most surprising development about all of this is how good the Lakers' role players have continued to be coming into this season. That really was my biggest concern, that I just didn't believe in the Lakers' depth. But now it's kind of looking like a strength. Marcus Smart has completely changed the tone of this team. He's the voice, the defensive leader, and he's starting to look more like the Boston Celtics version of himself, where he won Defensive Player of the Year. Sure, his offensive numbers are not great, averaging 9.2 points per game on 50% effective field goal shooting and just 26% from deep. But it's the defensive impact that makes him so good. Beyond his 1.7 steals per game, the Lakers have been flat-out dominant with Smart on the floor, a plus 18.7 net rating in the 97th percentile, a 125.3 offensive rating in the 95th percentile, and a defensive rating of 106.6 in the 91st percentile. Those are all incredible numbers, showing exactly how valuable his presence has been so far. Jackson Hayes is finally starting to look like the player Laker fans thought he could be last season. Protecting the rim, making smart reads, rolling hard, and he even knocked down a three-pointer against Miami, the biggest surprise for the Lakers this season. Then for Jake LaRavia, he really has been the glue guy, defending, cutting, spacing the floor, and making smart passes on the season. Jake's putting up 12.6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and nearly 2 steals per game on 44% shooting from deep and 67% true shooting, which is insanely effective for a role player. Once this team is fully healthy, they legitimately have a 9 to 10 man rotation. Dalton Knecht and Jared Vanderbilt can come in and give you some minutes, but once they're fully healthy, they won't have to play as much, which is probably a good thing for the Lakers. LA have already proven that they can win in a ton of different ways. Leaning on the superstars when they're available and leaning on their depth when they're not. Doing all of this while playing with a toughness and defensive grit that we just didn't see a lot last season. And that's the thing, this team isn't built around one guy. Even when everyone's available, that's what makes them so hard to cover, because what are you going to do when Luka is cooking? And you've got LeBron and Austin Reeves spacing the floor next to him. Who are you going to help off? Exactly, you can't double-team Luka without giving those guys wide-open looks. And that's a nightmare for any defense. For all three of them, this might be some of the best opportunities to play one-on-one they've ever had in their careers. And even if isolation ball isn't what most successful teams constantly run, having that option in big moments is a massive advantage, because when it's game on the line and you need a bucket to win, there isn't a defender in the NBA. I feel confident defending Luka on an island, so once everybody's back and healthy, and they can clean up those margins, I believe this Lakers team might go from just a hot start to actually being a real problem in the West. However, as good as this team has been so far, the Lakers still have something to prove, that this isn't just a hot start. And for me, the biggest concern moving forward is absolutely LeBron's injury. He's currently dealing with sciatica, which isn't exactly something you can just shake off. The fact that it's officially listed as a leg injury actually makes it worse because sciatica is typically a back injury, and that means the nerve pain has radiated down from his back into his legs. And when that happens, it's usually a sign that it's pretty severe. At 41 years of age, this is not an injury you can just recover from in a couple of weeks. There's a real chance that LeBron's gonna have to manage this for the whole season. And if it limits his mobility and athleticism in any way, this could really be the year where he takes a noticeable drop-off. And if that happens, I don't think the Lakers automatically get much better when he comes back. They'll still be good. But I'm just not sure if contending would be very realistic. But if LeBron does somehow beat Father Time again, then there's no reason why the Lakers couldn't stay right in the thick of it in the race for the Western Conference. Because what they've shown so far doesn't appear to be luck. It's resilience, its bench depth, and its real team chemistry. And if they can keep that up, Luka continues to play at an MVP level. Austin Reeves looks like an all-star, and LeBron James comes back healthy, then they won't just be a fun team anymore. I think they would be a legit threat. And speaking of teams the NBA wasn't ready for, the Houston Rockets are truly clicking into gear right now. And if you want to see that full breakdown on Houston, then you can go ahead and watch that video right now.